In this phase, we're going to add audio to our game. We're going to have a game theme that plays and loops throughout the game, and then we're going to have particular sounds that play when things happen. Make sure you have your USB flash drive connected and that your step-by-step project guide is somewhere nearby. We're going to import a variety of audio files. Similar to fonts, every browser deals with different audio formats, so we need to include them all. We're going to add audio support to the project, which is kind of like adding the keyboard or the mouse. And then we're going to go back, and in our event system, we're going to add actions to play and stop audio at certain times in the game. So let's get started. Let's start with our step-by-step project guide. Make sure you're in the Fresh Beats section. If you haven't already, open up your Construct2 project. In this phase, we need to bring sounds into our game. So there's some audio files that we need to import. If you go to the project bar and you scroll down, you should find there's a folder called Sounds. Right-click on it and choose Import Sounds. What we're going to do is we're going to import these 6 WAV files. Construct2 will then take these files and process them into the audio formats that are needed to support all the different browsers. So you can select all these using Shift and Open. You'll see a dialog like this. It might say things like invalid file. It might tell you that it was able to process some. Just go ahead and import using the defaults. And if it successfully did its work, you should see successfully converted to OGG and AAC, and press OK. Under Sounds over here, you'll see all the files. You won't see the waves. You'll see the converted audio formats that Construct2 has done for you. The next thing we're going to do is rename these files. I like to keep a really strict naming convention of using upper camel case for any of my objects. So I'm going to rename, using upper camel case, all of the files in my project. Just like that. If you go to your step-by-step project guide, it will tell you exactly how to rename them from the original to the camel case version. So pause the video, refer to your step-by-step project guide, and complete that now. I just completed renaming all of my sound files, so that step is complete. The next thing we need to do is add audio support to our project. Remember earlier, we had to add things like keyboard and mouse to our project. By adding those to our project, we were able to use them in Construct2's event system. Well, the same thing goes for audio. Go to Object Type, Insert New Object Type, and we're looking for the audio object type under Media. You're going to insert that into your project, and then that's going to allow you to play sound effects using Construct2's event system. Click Insert. Now that I have audio support and I have all of the sound files I need, I can start programming when they should play. We're going to go to the Start and End Level event sheet. At the beginning of any level, of any layout, I want to stop all sounds and play the game theme. So these are all actions that I'm going to add to existing events. So under the On Start of Layout event block, we're going to add an action. You'll see now that there is audio as an option. First thing we want to do at the beginning of any layout when it loads is stop all audio under General. We're going to move that to the very top to be the first action. The other thing we want to do is play our game theme. So go to Audio, and under General, Play. The audio file that we use is called Game Theme. We want it to loop, and we're going to make it a little softer by decreasing the decibels by 20. That's all you need. Press Done and move this to the top. So if we were to play our game, we should see that when we start a layout, it stops all sounds and plays our game theme in a loop. Let's try that. go ahead and make sure that I die. As you can see, the theme stopped and started again in a loop. But there are many other times when we want to play sounds. What about when the game is over? What about when the player collides with an enemy and in effect destroys itself? Well, we can do the same thing. In this end of level event group, still on the start and end level event sheet, we're going to add an action to the on collision with enemies event that first stops the audio, move that to be the first action, and we're going to play the game over sound. Audio, play, choose game over, not looping, and we're going to reduce that by 5 decibels. Drag that up. Make sure you have headphones or that you have your speakers on. I just turned mine up a bit so you can hear it. Let's play the game now. Okay, so now I should be able to destroy myself. Stops all other sounds, including the game theme, and then starts all over again. When the player successfully passed a level, we're going to play the ta-da sound. We're going to be following the exact same steps that we did for the other 2 sounds. So in this event block, on collision with exit, when the player has collected all the coins, we're going to add action. Once again, stop all sounds. And we're going to play the ta-da sound, not looping. Not looping, and we're going to reduce it 20 decibels as well. Make sure those are the top 2 events. Let's do a couple others. What about when the player picks up a coin? Let's go to our player event sheet. Under goal, this is our event block that handles when the player collides with a coin. We're going to do something really similar. We want to play the pickup sound, but we want to leave all the other sounds running, so we're not going to stop them. So add action, audio, play, and we're going to use our pickup audio file, not looping, and we're going to subtract 3 decibels. Remember, we're not going to stop the theme or any other sound that might be playing. Drag that up to the top. We have 2 more sounds to add. We're going to add a door slam sound when the castle door comes down, and we're going to add a small sound to the lever so that when the player pulls it, they'll know that the lever has been pulled. Those are in the level 1 event sheet because the lever and the castle are only on level 1. So in the castle door event group, find the castle door on animation closed finished event. We want the sound to play right after the animation closes. Add action. Audio. Play. Door slam, not looping, minus 20 decibels. And pull that up to be the first action. And finally, let's add a small sound to when the player collides with the lever. In this event block right here, when the player collides with the lever and it has not been pulled yet, we're going to add the sound to the very end. Add action, audio, play, and I've got a sound called switch. Not looping, and minus 10. Done. So we have all of our audio in our project. Now let's play the game and let's hear it all. I want to go to the Get Ready layout and press Run Layout. At the beginning of the game, you hear the game theme. That's because it's a layout just like any other one. I'm going to press to play. The game theme stopped and restarted looping. As I collide with coins, you should hear the sound. Let's go try the castle door. You hear the thud at the end? So that's looking good. We gotta try our switch sound. Should hear a small, like, tick. And at the end, I should hear my success ta-da sound. Looks good. Let's go back to Instruct 2. Control S to save your project.